The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The slot man in motion right. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
In motion left, Robinson. Elliott going to get it again on second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Throwing, Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Giants had a woeful 2-9 on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Back to throw again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it. But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
3 yards remain for second down. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. In motion right is Robinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing. Prescott. Man open is Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw is Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's got some space here. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Charles, they are putting on a show right now. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're going to try and throw. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he is going to have the Giants 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Jones. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far in this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Wan'Dale Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Now Jones from the gun on third down. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jones. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, it's complete to Brown, right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Jones throwing on 4th down. He finds his man complete. It's Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Off the play fake, Prescott. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And, boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the...
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 28-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 25 on second down, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and a yard, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Prescott now. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Now, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle. He completes it to Robinson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now Jones. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Gano the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shake it up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
First down, and it's Pollard again.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And the slot man goes in motion left. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on second down. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. It's Brown. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing again on second down. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Jones throw there, complete to Myers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw again.
Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate.